Hey everybody, welcome to our live chat. I am Heather and we come to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday. We're here at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4. And then on Fridays, 8 and 10. But starting next week, that's going to change. So this looks really bright right now. I'm going to go in and adjust it really quick. I kept looking, I was like, is that really bright? Because I'm confused. Maybe that will tone it down a little bit. I'm hoping that's good. Okay, so hey Candy, good to see you. So we are here each and every day, but next week it is going to be different. It'll be for our new times, and we'll put them up there. But instead of the even hours, we're going to be odd hours. So we'll start at 9, and so that will start on Monday. And so I'm sure you'll get information on it, and the fact that if we're not on at 8, you'll see us at 9. So hopefully you have done the subscription so you can get notified when we are on as well. Now, each and every time we do like to go over the basics, what you get on your kit, because we know there's a lot of people that are interested in the system, want to know more about it. So we always go over those. And so here is one of our starter kits, and this is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. They're all operated the same, so that's the good news. Now the Pro is going to have 2 speeds, but it does come with makeup. So it does come with the 2 bottles of foundation. We also give you love and blush to go along with it. But think of this practice kit as your starter kit, as you're getting to know it. I wanted to pop this up because this will show you what you get. And so the 2 bottles of foundation, you get 2 similar bottles, so you can color match all year round, which is pretty amazing. I don't know another company that does that gives you a range. And so you are able to tweak your foundation all year. And so again, knowing that this is your starter kit, think of it as your practice kit as well, because we want you to practice, we want you to utilize it and get going with it. Now, when you start, we want you to do the following things: is get it out, get practicing with it. When you turn it on, there's air, move that air around your face, feel that air, keep it 4 finger widths away, keep the stylus moving, and barely pull back on the trigger. You're going to want to practice that. Those are the steps to make sure that you are airbrushing the proper way and that it's going to look good and do what it's supposed to do. All right, so now, thank you, Candy. Yay. All right, so now let's go in, and I'm going to start. We did glow last hour, and something that somebody said like kind of reminded me that when you get a new product, you have to practice with it and you have to experience it as well. So glow only comes in 1 shade. It is a highlighter. There's no shimmer to it, so you can highlight underneath the eyes and things like that. But remember, passes get you the coverage, and passes are going to get you the intensity of a color. And so I want to use this again, but I want to go in and finish the eyes because I only have 1 shade on my eye. Actually, I did glow here, and then I did just 1 color using the Nude and Naughty palette. And so I want to go back in and tweak them a little. So I'm going to go in and just blend where I had that medium brown color and blending that all together. And then one thing you can do is you can take your concealer, and I'm going to put a little bit on my hand, on the back of my hand. And this is one of my favorite things to do because it really makes the eyeshadow pop. It really grabs that color. So you can take a concealer brush, you can take an artificial hair brush, and I'm dipping it in the concealer, and I'm going to put that on my lid. Now, you do want to make sure, I'm gonna come in a little, or maybe I can just use this, on wherever that concealer is, the eyeshadow is going to grab. So make sure you get that line. You need to be pretty exact when it comes to that. So if your brush is, mine probably needs to be a little bit shorter, a little bit stiffer than this one. Because it will grab that color, okay? So now using, do I want to use a fun color or, let's see. Let's use, I don't know whether to go light or with a bold color. Let's do Awaken. This is the World palette, and I'm going to take Awaken, which is kind of a rose goldy color. It's very beautiful, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. I'm packing that on my brush, and now I'm going to pack that on where that concealer is. And look how it grabs that. Look at that. See how it just grabs that color, and it really makes it stand out. So now I'm going to do the other side. And because of our concealers and how they, you know, dry or they set pretty quickly, I am going to work using, you know, doing it one step at a time, one eye at a time. Because I don't want it to dry on one side and then not be able to grab that color. And then taking the flat eyeshadow brush, popping it in Awaken, and just popping that color right there. It is going to grab it. And I'm just placing that right there. I don't have to pull on it. I don't have to do anything. I'm just boop, 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 placing it right there. Isn't that awesome? I love how it just grabs that that color, and then it doesn't flake, it doesn't do anything, but you definitely have the distinction of that line. So make sure you do that in a very precise way. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to see if I have another blending brush that I can use. I'll use this one. I thought I had an itty bitty one in here. You know, I'll find it afterwards, but let me move that. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to take another blending brush, and with a darker color go into my crease. So I'm mixing the brown and the black in the Nude and Naughty, and putting that right in that corner crease and making kind of a V shape. Going back and forth. And then again, just like airbrushing, I'm going to do it until I get the color, the intensity that I want. So you can blend a minute, and I never even really pick up the brush. Once it's on, it's on. I don't move it. I just move it. I don't pick it up. I'm moving to blend and not to pick it up. Does that make sense? Blend that a little bit more. And so you can kind of take a step back, look in the mirror, say, okay, do I need this darkened? Do I need that? You know, like just take a step back and look and see. Now, if I didn't go all the way over with that color at first, that the black would have been truer. But because I did, it gives this really cool iridescent look. So when you're layering colors, like we mix colors when we airbrush, that's what I'm doing. So if I didn't want this iridescent look or to pull in that other color, then I probably would have stopped that a little bit before the far outside of my eye. And then I'm just going to bring that in a little bit more. But then I still have the lightness of that one, or of it on the inside. And this was the color that I mixed, or that I put on the lid. Let me go back and do a little bit more here. And what's great about it is it really only sticks to where that concealer was. And so when you go in there, you can be like, bam, 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 and it'll stick. All right. Now that I have the eyeshadow on, I can do eyeliner. I can do, you know, the upper eyeliner I can wait on because I am going to do Persuasion eyeliner. But if I'm doing underneath, I can go in and do it this way. Again, lining with an eyeshadow. Right there. Now I'm going to use just a fluffy brush and swipe anything that may have fallen out underneath. I'm putting it in a little translucent powder. Itchy, itch. And just swiping underneath. Okay? So what that does is it removes all any fallout that I may have. And now I'm going to go powder just a little bit to the whole face to make sure that I don't get shiny throughout the day. I really like powdering beforehand. It really does give you more of a polished look, more of a, I don't want to say makeup look because it's just more of a polished look, if that makes sense. I hope it does. All right, so now I'm going to go in with Glow and shaking Glow up. I'm going to highlight underneath my eyes. So turning on my system, I have my drops in here, and very lightly, I'm going to start underneath the eyes. I start with my movements first, looking up, angling my brush just a little bit down, just at a little bit of an angle. But notice how I move. As soon as I feel it coming out, I'm moving. As soon as I feel that, move. So as soon as you feel it, you'll start moving. Now I can gauge, this is how light it is, right? But it's not, if you're airbrushing the correct way, it's not coming out that light. Now, if I kept going and kept getting, you know, doing my passes and getting that lightness, then yes, it will come out light. But since I'm not, I can stop here, and I'm shaking up my foundation, putting my drops in, and then making one pass. I make one pass first. And then what will end up happening is I'm blending where I have glow here. I want to blend it together. I don't have to go all the way underneath the eye because I already have my coverage, I already have what I want there. And then I can keep making my passes until I get the coverage, until I get the look that I want. So you can tell that underneath the eyes, it's blended a little bit better. I can go in here, make my passes. And I have the coverage that I want now. So now, again, depending on what look you're wanting, whether it's, you know, a glam look or more natural, I now can go in and using, if I can find it, my Cut 1 palette and an angled fluffy brush. I'm going to go through all of the colors in the contour palette, in the cut palette, and do a little contouring, giving some shape to my face. Candy, do you ever do where you do the concealer? And then put the eyeshadow over it? There we go on that. And then I can also go in if I want. I'm going to take the Optics palette. I can go in with a little bit of some shimmer. And I'll use the pinky shimmer. You know I love my shimmer. And then at this point, I can go in if I wanted to and do some eyeliner. I'm going to save that for the 4 o'clock because we'll finish the eyes at the 4. So I'll do eyeliner. I want to show the difference of what happens with the eyeliner and how that does make a difference. And so I'll do one eye first, and then you can see the difference. So we'll finish that in the 4 o'clock. And then on my lips, let's do a very neutral. This is Dusty Rose. I have to say, you know, with Luminous, our eye makeup is so pigmented that I feel you almost don't have to do that because it does really grab. I mean, it just does it on its own, but something new and different to do. And I'm gonna line all the lips, all of it. And a lot of times I use the lip liners as my lipstick. Several times. It does make it super easy. It has that staying power that we want. But even if you lined the entire lip and then line the entire lip and then put something on top of it, it still will have more staying power because it does have something to grab onto, something to hold, and it gives it some oomph to hang on to there as well. Good. Glad you're loving the eyes. Yay. So we will finish them at the 2. I mean, I'm sorry, at the 4. But again, so much fun, so many different things that we can do. Even like right now, if I wanted to add blush to this, I could add blush, and it could be Airbrush Blush. With Luminous, it's not all or nothing. You can do so many different things with Luminous. The possibilities are endless, So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me at the 2, and we'll see you back here in just a couple of hours for the 4. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye for now. Oh, I have to get that little thing off, I think. All right. Bye, guys.